What is it about the animation community that makes it so tight-knit?
I think it's just a natural connection we all have because we all love art, and we're all a little bit shy at times, and we need each other.
Yeah, we just relate to each other. We're just all awkward and like, I like to draw, you like to draw, be my friend, you know?
Yeah, there isn't actually like a age gap that's like really big. We just like to help each other. We don't like to look at like those type of things. It's just like, oh, you like art? I like art. Let's like help each other. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just like talking to people. Everyone's great, and yeah, I'm a little nervous. I'm sorry. I'm just getting used to all
There's
this.
just so many people, so it's
Honestly.
a little nerve-wracking, but we just like supporting each other. You gotta support fellow artists.
Oh heck yeah!
That's about it.
Well, if you're feeling a little nervous, let's go to a fun question then.
Yeah.
All right, so if your childhood had a smell, what would that smell be? For me, it would be pizza and Play-Doh.
I don't think I should answer that question in front of this room. Chocolate cake.
Good answer, good answer.
Pumpkin cookies.
You like paint and Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I like that Yu-Gi-Oh cards have a smell. That's awesome.
Probably chocolate and peanut butter.
Okay, no one asked why, but a lot of burning things by accident, so... by accident.
Accident.
Accident?
Accident.
Microwaves are terrible.
All right, so, you know, kind of going to, or talking about collaborations, I know for me personally, collaborations were a huge part of starting out, because the first couple Annoying Orange videos that I did well, but it wasn't until iJustine reached out to me and said, hey, I love what you're doing, I want to be in an episode. And once that happened, like, things just blew up for me. And that became a big part of Annoying Orange, was that collaboration process, having people on the show. And I guess I would love to know, like, what's your process for collaborations and how important are collaborations for you guys?
To be honest, for me, collaborations aren't that important. I mean, if a friend, like say if James from The Odd Ones Out, if you guys heard of him, say if he just hits me up and is like, hey, you want to voice a person in my video? I'll be like, yeah, sure, and vice versa. It's just like whether or not we just want to have fun with our friends, or if he wants to film, we want to film something dumb. We have a dumb idea, and we're just like, let's film this and just post it on the internet, and. So yeah, I mean, just to have fun, to be honest. Yeah.
Collaborations totally help, but I think just by being all animated, like we're already collaborating with each other without even really having to work with each other.
Yeah.
I just think if you're starting out, like when I first started out, when you collab with other people, you like grow your own community and stuff. So, like, nowadays, we don't really need to collab because we all kind of, like, know each other.
Well, we collabed for a while.
Yeah, we do, the babysitter
She was
videos.
the original voice of the babysitter. And I got a ton of fans from doing that, and I'm sure you did too, so maybe we should collab more.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a question from the audience. Emily Moore asks, how did y'all come up with your usernames? Alex?
Wait a minute.
I went back in time and asked my mom. No, actually, my name, I was a huge fan of Will Smith as a kid, and I saw some interview with him that was like, when he was coming up with his name for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they're like, hey, whatever your name is on this show, if the show blows up, that's what people are going to call you. Like, there was a supporting character on that, Carlton, and now everyone just calls him Carlton. So Will was just like, all right, well, then I want my character name to be my name. That way people know who I am. And so that was the decision for me to choose my actual name. Very exciting.
How about the rest of you?
Yeah.
Well, mine is just a play on words because my name is Shannon Gurr, so it's shgurr. So, yeah.
I don't know if any of you play guitar, but I really love like guitar tabs. So like I just instead of the word TABS, I feel like that's too easily searched. So I put the BBES afterwards so that it's just not like mixed in with a lot of things. Hi, what's up, man?
Oh, for me, I'm just. It's a little bit of a sad story, but when I was growing up, I was essentially called nothing throughout the entirety of friends. I love you too. I was just called nothing and stuff like that. I said I was gonna be nothing, and I was like, you know what? I am something, but not only am I something, I'm something else, and then that became my channel. Also, the YT means whatever you want it to mean. Anthony Padilla says it means you're thick. So, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you do.
For me, Xbox, Xbox tags. I need to be creative, so I like deciphering codes because I love puzzles. So I was like 10 to cipher, but then when I made a YouTube, I kind of messed up, misspelled it, and then I switched it backwards. So I was like, CypherDen works.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Talking about bullying a little bit, I know, Shannon, you've talked about it as well. I know I also dealt with it when I was growing up. And animation for me was a really great escape from that sort of thing. I don't know, for you guys that have had experience with that sort of thing, like what did animation do for you growing up?
Just gave me something to do.
Help me not be bored.
Dane's over here opening up your heart, and you're like, I was bored.
Hey, we all have different experiences, right?
I mean, it gave me like a chance to talk to people because people liked watching me draw. So I'll be in class and everyone's like, "Oh, hey, you draw really well. You want to be friends?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so."
To be honest, I always wanted to be in cartoons. I always wanted to be a voice actor. And I started at the age of 12, 13 on this thing called Flip No Hatina for the DSi. And some people, the few people who know it, okay, sweet. Since I always wanted to be on cartoons, I didn't really know how to do that because, I'm 12. I don't know how to get an agent and all that. But seeing this app, I was able to make my own cartoons, voice acting my own little skits. And I don't know, it just made me feel like I was making my own little show, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Sweet.
So let's go to another audience question. Dr. Dragon asks, what is the best way to start animating?
Find a pencil.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really, I always lived by the philosophy, just make something, even if it's bad, and then move on, because you learn from it. So just make something really, really bad, and then the next time you make something, it'll be slightly better. I think that's maybe why I upload way more than most of the animators, not because it's better, but because I'm like, whatever, just make it, and you'll learn as you go. So my advice would be just do it every day, and enjoy it until you die.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
There's a lot of people who worry about being too starting things off perfect. It's not going to be perfect. I know a lot of people that want to start webtoons and stuff like that. They've been planning that for 10 years, and I know people that still haven't started. It's because every year their standards keep changing, and they never end up doing it. So if you want to make a channel, you should just do it. That's it.
Just do it. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
it.
basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do it, man.
One of my friends were looking for an animator, and I was like, I know how to animate. By the way, I've never animated anything, so I had 3 days to learn how to animate, and I was like, what do you think about this? And they were like, it's amazing, it's great. Thank you very much. It's like, I knew how to animate all along.
Thank you for
Ew.
the shout out.
So what's the best thing about being an animator?
I would say being here right now with all of you guys.
Woo!
Do you want the real answer now? No, really, I got into this for performing. That's why I started animating. So I literally only make the videos because I love hanging out with you guys and entertaining you. So that, for me, this really is my favorite part.
I think it's just about looking back at what you've created. Like once you're making a video, you're like, oh, this is torture. Like, get me out of here. And then once you upload it, it's like, oh, I did that. Like, wow, that was pretty good.
I really love the creative freedom you have. No one's telling you what to do, and there's no like boss telling you like, oh, you should do it like this or you should do it like this. You got your own channel, you're managing everything, and it's just the best.
I just love how fun it is. I'm able to make these little cartoons, make people's day, meet the fans, which is just freaking amazing. So yeah, I would have to say just the best part about it is that it's fun.
I mean, I like creating, like the creative freedom is amazing. Especially with animation, you could make anything you want. Anything is possible. I could be a burrito, I could be taco, I could be whatever food I want.
We can make you a burrito.
Yeah, exactly. So you could do whatever you want. There's no limits whatsoever, and I think that's amazing.
All right, so what's the worst thing about being an animator?
It's long.
Yeah.
Animating takes forever.
Yeah.
Monthly uploads.
Yeah.
Especially the longer you do it, the more you're like, oh, I can make this better. So, like, if you go back and watch our old videos, they're like stick figures and stuff. And that got 1 million views. But now after doing it for like 5 or 6 years, you're like, oh, I can't make a stick figure anymore. I got to add sound effects, special effects, squash and stretch, all this. So you're sitting at your desk like 10 times longer, and it's just grueling, man. I need a hug.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that'll give you a hug, including me. I'll give you a hug.
I needed that.
All right. Here's a good question. Clover asks, if you were a ghost, what would your backstory be?
That's a great question. I imagine at some point I would have died.
I'm thinking about it. Give me
Yeah,
a second.
honestly.
All right.
So
you guys
how
think
we
about
died?
that one?
Think about
Very
how I'm
interesting
going to go out.
So are they asking how we died, or
What's that?
what our motivation is as a ghost?
Yeah, I mean, it's all up to you.
What are?
I think I would be a happy ghost. I think I'd pull pranks on people.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's how I would go too.
Yeah. I wouldn't be like the scary, like, try and kill people ghost.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you have your own YouTube channel?
As a ghost?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally would. It would probably be an ASMR channel. And I would just sneak up to people and give them hugs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Any of you guys?
I mean, I just want to like pet all the dogs in heaven. So can I do that?
I would want to mess with people too. Just like they place a remote somewhere and then I put it within the couch. You know how where it's always hidden. I feel like
Oh, you know what I would do? I would sneak into people's houses, go to their computers, and make them subscribe to Alex Clark.
it's amazing.
Best idea ever. Okay, so Alex, you just did, going back to collaborations, you just did a big collaboration with James.
Yes, we
The Odd Ones Out.
chess-boxed each other.
Could you talk a little bit about that?
Was anyone here at the show? Couple people. Did you enjoy it? What? Okay. What was your question?
Where did you guys come up with the idea?
James, I guess, was watching a documentary about weird, strange sports, and the one he remembered was chess boxing. So he made a video, I think kind of as a response to the Logan Paul fight. It was like, if anyone wants to chess box me, I'll do it. And then for the sake of friendship and for views, I was like, I'll challenge him. So I challenged him as a joke, and then he replied back that yes, he would do it, and he was not supposed to do that. Because then we actually had to box each other, and then you guys kept being like, oh my God, when is it? When is it? And it was actually because of you guys asking all the time that we actually decided to do a show. And I think it went really well. Did you guys have fun that were there? Cool.
Would you do anything differently next time?
No. Yeah, it was super fun.
Good, good. So what would your dream collab be? Like, it could be anybody. It could be a celebrity. It could be another YouTuber, a musician, whatever. What would your dream collab be?
Spider-Man.
Nice. Why?
Is that
Why?
too quick?
Why?
Spider-Man. Like, come on, it's Spider-Man. That's pretty much it. That's all I need. Spider-Man.
I'd probably I would want to work with Eminem on like a song or something.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Good
Eminem,
one.
Ed Sheeran. These guys are dope. That's the reason.
I want to do something like I want to go skateboarding with like Casey Neistat, but like he moved out of New York, so I feel really betrayed right now.
Maybe he's right here watching.
Yeah, where is he? No, he's not here.
Maybe something with Shane Dawson.
All right, I like that.
I think I would want to collab with either Will Smith or Jack Black. That would be awesome.
What would the video be?
That's a good question.
So what's been your favorite collaboration so far to date? If you guys have a favorite.
How are you gonna make us choose like that? No comment.
All right, no comment, no comment.
Mine's got to be the one with Wolfie Chew, cause like me and her like switched bodies. We got like different personalities, and people really loved it. They're like, oh my god, what happens if they like switch bodies? Cause like they're like the total opposite, and I guess like people really loved it. I don't know. It was a really interesting idea.
I did a
Yeah.
whisper challenge with iJustine, and that was super fun. Maybe that one.
All right, let's go to a submitted question. So Chloe asks, what inspired you to become an animator?
I think I said this earlier, kind of. Yeah, I just wanted to make cartoons. I guess I wanted to be an entertainer in general, just because I wanted to be able to like create things and just have fun. So, I like cartoons. That's why.
I know most of us are gonna say like Susie, Domix, and the odd ones out, Jaden Animations, but I also like Diary of the Wimpy Kid, and I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
I
it
love
would be
that too.
so cool to make that into like a video format. And I was like, yo, this idea is dope, and then like a lot of people ended up doing it, and people actually loved it.
I was just inspired by so many animators on YouTube. Like, I never knew you could just buy a tablet and do your own thing. I'm like, what? Like, there was Jan Animations. He does, like, My Little Pony stuff, and his stuff was, like, better than the actual show. So I'm like, whoa, I need to get on this.
I mean, I just have really bad luck, so I was like, why not tell my unfortunate stories to everyone so I could embarrass myself online? I thought that was a good reason.
I would say, so I wanted to be, I'm a comedian, and so when I saw Swoozie doing cartoons that were funny, I was like, this would be a great way to promote that. So unlike, I feel like a lot of you guys that like did it for the drawing, I did it more as like, oh, this is a great tool to promote performing. So that would be what got me into animating.
So I think it's funny because I think there's just kind of this notion that everyone here just overnight success. But obviously there's a lot that goes into, you know, building a channel and becoming successful.
Yeah.
Can you kind of talk about like that process a little bit, like the growth of your channel and how it all worked for you?
I think people think too much about the algorithm and like crazy stuff like that. But if you think about it, YouTube is for like entertainment. So you gotta have like a really, I guess, like a funny personality. That's like the #1 key. Art style is like important too, but like make sure like you're entertaining your audience. That's your #1 priority, in my opinion.
I think authenticity, and nothing but authenticity. Mainly because like, I don't know. I want people to have more fun with it and not focus on like the whole algorithmic portion of like what I should be making. What do I do to get a bunch of views? I don't know. I would say just focus on having fun, and that's mainly what most of us do is focus on having fun, and then people just enjoy people who are having fun because if you're having fun, the audience is having fun. So. I don't know. I think that's part of the process of how we're all growing and stuff like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a
Hopefully-
never-ending cycle. At first, you're like, oh, I just need 1,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
and then you get like, oh, why don't I have 100,000 subscribers? And then you get 100,000. Why don't I have 1 million? And it just keeps going and going, and it never ends. So just enjoy the day, because if you don't enjoy the process, you will never enjoy it. I don't think. Yeah.
I mean, you also gotta be yourself. So don't drink a bunch of Red Bull and try pretending like you're this super energetic like YouTuber.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Just
Yeah.
be who you really are.
A bunch of Red Bull.
I think the thing to enjoy is not the numbers and the views, but the community you're building. It's part of the reason it's so fun to be here with you guys is because we actually get to see you and realize you're not a number. So like the more you can remember that like you're connecting with people that are actually there and like build that community and give everyone a fun place to hang out together, the more I think you're going to enjoy it.
Man, everybody's gonna hug everybody. All right, so
Not like in Midsummer though.
Outlaw Midnight asks, what would be your imaginary pet?
A dragon.
Very nice.
It'd be amazing to have a dragon. You could just ride it around, scare people a little bit. You know, try not to. I mean, okay.
What was the question again?
What would be your imaginary pet?
Batman.
I like it. I like it.
A dog.
I think a Demogorgon would be pretty cool.
Wow.
So you could like scare away everybody.
That was an awesome question.
I mean, I have a cat, so I'm good.
All right, let's go for another fun question. So, would you rather randomly time travel 20 years forward or backwards every time you farted, or teleport someplace on the earth just randomly every time you sneeze?
First of all, I got to give props to you for writing such an incredible question.
Got to keep you on your toes.
So you travel in time every time you fart,
Yes, 20 years backward or forward, but you can't control it.
and then what's the other option?
You teleport any place, or you can't control this either, but you teleport someplace randomly on Earth every time you sneeze.
I would do the sneeze one. You could like get in all your traveling without flights and
See,
stuff.
that's what I would pick too, yeah.
Yeah, but I think I would choose the other one, because if you sneeze, I mean the Earth is like 90% water. And I'm not down to get stuck
Yeah,
in the
plus
ocean.
if you sneeze under, like, you can't sneeze underwater, I don't think.
What if you sneeze and you like get into a volcano by accident?
Exactly.
What's that?
If he sneezes and somehow he's in the volcano, what would happen?
This is hard for me because I fart a lot, and so
Hey, think about it. Think about it. You can go throughout history and or the future. You can learn things and see new things.
I feel like I would have traveled through time like 6 times since we've been on this stage. But on the other hand, like, you could learn a lot about stocks and just have a lot of money and no friends, I guess.
Yep, there's no wrong answer here.
Yeah. What a way to leave a room, though. What's that smell? I don't know, but Alex is gone.
All right, so let's go to another question from the audience. Lantastic asks, what color is your toothbrush?
Blue.
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 Pink.
Black and white? Wait, what? Why do you have a pink toothbrush?
I just buy the family pack. I just take whatever. Don't think about it.
That was like a
man.
beautiful haiku. Blue, blue, pink, black and white.
So what's, going back to just being an animator on YouTube, obviously, like, you guys have exploded more recently. What's the key to longevity?
Being a little bit dumb, I think.
Just changing what you do every once in a while.
Yeah.
Just having fun.
I don't know. Having fun. Just doing
Yeah,
what you
for-
love.
I don't know. We haven't really been doing this for that long. So
Oh.
how are we going to answer that question?
I think it just takes a certain amount of just do it. Just keep going and don't stop. Outlast the other person. Yeah.
Don't stop, believe it.
Got a Royal Rumble going on, huh?
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't just get this place copyrighted.
What was that?
I said hopefully I didn't get this place copyrighted.
I want to be here until the entire audience is senior citizens. That's my plan.
I mean, if you fart, maybe.
Okay, so do you need a degree to be an animator?
Do any of us have degrees?
Yeah.
I do.
Oh, never mind.
Shannon, you're in
I
school
guess you
right now,
can.
right?
I'm in school, but no, I guess not.
Well, I used to say you didn't, but it really depends on the person. Because like a lot of people are self-motivated and they do it themselves, and the other people need assignments, right? And they need someone to tell them what to do. So I guess it depends on how lazy you consider yourself, right? I don't know.
Listen to him. He's an adult.
I mean, for me, my mom wouldn't let me do anything unless I had that paper. I was like, okay, I'll get the degree. I could do whatever I want after. And she was like, yeah, you could just do whatever you want. You could train a dragon if you want. Just get that degree just in case you mess up really bad.
All right, kind of in the same vein, do you need to know how to draw to be an animator?
No.
Next question. Actually, that's funny. I don't think you do, actually.
Yeah, I don't think you do either.
No, you don't. Especially if you use like Toon Boom Harmony. A lot of animation is actually puppet-based now with rigs. And I have worked with tons of incredible animators that have no idea how to draw. And then when I ask them to draw something, they're like, that's not what you hired me to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Annoying Orange, for example, there's really no drawing at all. It's like all clip art and things like that. So
Yeah.
I'm very much of the opinion that you don't actually need to know how to draw.
I mean, there's stop motion now, so
Maybe you need to know how to sculpt.
Well, there's kind of a segue to a good question. So, like, in recent times, with animation blowing up, I've seen a little bit more variety start to pop up, like Lucas the Spider, like that kind of thing.
Oh, that's so great.
It is. What do you guys hope to see in the future as far as animation goes on YouTube?
It would be cool to see ongoing stories. Yeah. So with my channel, I've always tried to build like ongoing stories and recurring characters, just because I love the idea of like a storybook almost. There's this guy Robert Munch that I listened to when I was a kid, and he told stories, and just the idea of like being able to follow along the story where it goes. I love that. So that's what I would like to see more of.
I mean, I'd like to see interactive stories. You know how Black Mirror did that really interactive.
That was so cool.
Yeah. If we could do that on YouTube, that'd be really interesting to see.
Yeah.
Do you think you could do something like that with like end cards or something like that?
I'm pretty sure we can, but it's animation, so it will be done by.
Side Night and Happiness is doing something like that right now on their Instagram for their Kickstarter. Have you guys seen that? Oh my God. It's like Timmy the train conductor, and it's like
Yep.
the train can go one of two ways, and like one way kills everyone, but you add perks to their board game, and the other way saves a kitten, and the audience is voting on which way they want the train to go, and you guys keep killing people and adding stuff to the game.
I mean, what did you expect?
It's really cool though. You should check it out.
Awesome. How about the rest of you guys? Anything you want to see in animation?
I think it's difficult for us to like create our own like story, like ongoing story, like like original. I guess not just like I don't know, life animation, storytime animation, stuff like that. And hopefully those can become like an actual series, but it's kind of hard to get picked up like that. So you need to create something really engaging, something really interesting. But I feel like people are still doing that now, but it's not as common nowadays. So I'm just hoping for that.
That kind of reminds me of something. It would be really cool if like Nickelodeon or Pixar had some YouTube animators voice characters in some of their properties. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be very cool.
Nickelodeon's right over there. Maybe if we cheered loud enough, they'll give us money. Thanks. Thank you.
Silence. Okay, so Julie Smith asks, how do you spend your time when you aren't animating?
Playing video games, hanging out with friends. Yeah.
I'm usually animating, but when I'm not, I'm teaching my dog like new tricks. So she could beg now, so it's great.
When
She
I'm
can
not
high five.
when I'm not animating, I'm just like pacing back and forth, being like, I got to sit in that chair again real soon.
I need like story time content, so I'm not just like sitting around all day like drawing. I find like really shady places to go to. I'm like, hey, you want to go with me? Nobody wants to go. I go by
Tries
myself.
to get us to go to a freaking abandoned asylum at 3 a.m. and I'm like, I'm not trying
Do
to
it
die
for the
today.
story time, man. If we
I
die,
have
we
a video
die.
to finish. I can't die yet.
I'm either like pacing back and forth looking at the chair or like at Staples looking for better cushions for the chair.
All right, here's another great one. Riley Destroyer asks, which Disney princess are you?
So
Rapunzel.
many.
Rapunzel.
Elsa.
Good choice, good choice.
Wreck-It Ralph.
You're all gonna hate me, but I never really watched Disney movies. I don't know anything.
Oh my.
I had no childhood.
Tabs would be the villain
be
this
a
kid
villain.
yelled. Okay. I think I would be Jafar. I like his
greatest-
beard.
The greatest Disney princess of them
I
all.
was just
So
gonna
beautiful,
say.
man.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's right. So do you guys have a piece of advice that you'd tell the audience that someone told to you when you were starting out that really worked for you?
That's a good question.
So one of my old school art teachers, they're like, you're gonna make thousands of really crappy drawings, but it's okay because no one's gonna see it. And you're gonna make a masterpiece afterwards, and that's what you're gonna show everyone. You don't have to show everyone your crappy drawings at all, but you're gonna make thousands of them.
It's kind of tough. Like, there's a lot of advice I've been giving, and now like they're like going through my brain. I guess it's not really related to art, but in general with life, you want to take a lot of risks because if you stay too much within your comfort zone, nothing like challenging comes to you. You're never going to improve. So keep like doing stuff that's like difficult for you, so that you can learn and keep learning new things.
My dad said once, Sean, don't spend money on stupid crap. And I took that to heart. Save your money, guys, because you never know when you're going to run out. So just save, save, save. Look at this mom clapping. She knows.
That's great advice, actually. So one of the things that someone told me was make yourself laugh first when you're creating content, because if it makes you laugh, there's a really good chance it'll make other people laugh too. Is there a piece of really bad advice you've gotten?
Bad advice.
Well, I'm in school right now, and they're always telling me, don't draw anime. But honestly, draw what you want. Like, teachers don't know what's up.
Good answer. Very good answer.
Bad advice. I can't think of any.
All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. What is the thing, kind of going back to you talking about like pacing back and forth and looking at that chair. For each of you, what is the thing in the animation process that you procrastinate the most on? Like for me, it's writing. It's always the slowest part of the process.
Yeah, I used to hate writing, and so I just make myself do it over and over again. And anything you hate, the more you do it, like you learn little tricks to make it easier for you. So has it become easier for you too?
Yeah, definitely. And once you kind of find the voice and find a formula, it's easier to just kind of plug and play. But yeah. It's tough.
What was the question?
What's the part of the process that you procrastinate the most on?
Oh, probably the whole like frame by frame animating itself part of it. I'll be like drawing and just staring at the screen, and eventually I'd just be like, okay, I'm a little bored, and then I just like walk away and take a break, play video games, and then come back. Just to, I would say the animation part.
I hate recording audio because every time I try to record, my neighbors find it the best time to start arguing. They started arguing about onions this one time. I don't know. It's 9 a.m. arguing about onions.
Mine is similar to hers. I take a lot of time like re-recording lines because like in the past I've had people tell me I sound dead inside. So it's just like, okay, I'll like try to put a little more energy into it because like I notice like all those like other YouTubers, they're like, hey, what's up? It's Logan Paul. Like they have like a lot of energy.
Hey, what's
and stuff,
up?
Like,
It's Logan Paul.
yeah, exactly like that. So I feel like I should put a little more energy.
Those are my favorite YouTubers, though. Like the
yeah.
brand new ones are like, "It's your boy Timmy," and then it's the next part is like, "So today we're going to the." But the first 2 seconds are always perfect.
Yeah, that usually takes a few hours. Yeah.
All right, so I got a great question here
Right
from the
before
audience.
we do that, I just realized that my dad is actually here. I didn't know he was going to come. Can we give a round of applause to my dad, everybody?
Woo!
I love you, Daddy. Yeah. Cool. That was cool. I've actually been doing that joke for a couple of years. That was the first guy to embrace it. That was cool. He's like, I'm proud of you, boy.
So that's doing live comedy.
Yeah. That was a real moment. That's
that was
dad.
a moment
Yeah.
there. So we got a great question from the audience. Brianna asks, what's a thing that inspires you from the person sitting next to you? And I would say, person sitting next to me, Alex, what inspires me is your ability to do that kind of stuff.
Aww. Dane.
Just stay here.
Wow.
Don't move.
Don't. You're a cool guy, Dane. I had no idea those were pierced. That's amazing. They're like little YouTube play buttons right there.
So yeah, either side, what inspires you about the person sitting next to you?
I would say what inspires me about Tabs is that she's freaking nuts. But I love her so much. She's able to just do anything. She'll say we see like a YouTuber we like. Of course, all of us will be like, oh my God, that's the YouTuber we like. Holy crap! And she'll just be like, all right, hello, how's it going? And I'm like, okay, balls.
So for me, I would say it was Shannon. I think it's really cool. Oh God, I hope I don't sound like an old person, but I think it's really cool that you're staying in college and not dropping out. I don't care about college at all. I went and it was fun, but I don't think it's cool that you're getting the degree. I think what's cool is that you want to make TV shows, and like the YouTube is fun for you, but you're more like, I'm using this as a tool to make something even bigger. And like you could easily just say screw it and just do the YouTube, but instead you're like, I want to push myself to do something that I've wanted to do since I was a kid. I'm just going to keep talking till you cry.
Say nice things about me.
Adam's the worst person I've ever. No, I'm just kidding. No, Adam, like, he has terrible luck, just as bad as me, probably even worse. But he's still pushing through like nothing ever happened. Like, I admire that about him.
Yeah, I love it too.
I like that we kind of have like similar hobbies. He plays like guitar, he does skateboarding, and he's also kind of tough, if you haven't noticed. So I think like we could have like kind of click with like the personalities and stuff like that.
I thought it was cool how open you were with your jaw surgery, because that was like a very personal journey, and you put that all out there. So.
Oh, heck yeah. I thought it was just funny not being able to eat. Sweet.
Well, I really love It's Alex Clark's video on his wife. They're
She's
so
here.
adorable, yeah.
My wife is actually here, you guys. Woo! That's her right there in the hat. I love you, Daddy. No, Pam is here somewhere. Is Pam nearby?
I think she's
No, she
backstage.
left. Sorry to interrupt. What were you saying?
No, I just love the videos you did about your wife. It's like, it's really nice to see those kind of videos.
Woo!
Hey!
Woo! Look at that hot piece of ass.
Language.
I see so many parents that are like into what I was saying until right now.
So Nate Bro asks, do you need a team to be an animator? I think we know the answer, but as you grow,
I would say, to be honest, for a while I didn't want a team because I was very picky on what I was doing and how I wanted things to go. But I started realizing that mental health is important, and doing it all yourself can burn you out pretty fast. And just having a team to help and help you out a little bit along the way is just it's great. I got two new people. I got a storyboard artist now and a background artist to help me through things. Auntie Darkheart and Verdi.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, they're really great.
As you grow, like when you start, all of us, it's literally all you have to do is make videos. But then as you get bigger, more stuff gets added on your plate. Like you have to run your merch store somehow. You have to come to stuff like this. With me, I have to tour. Shannon's in school right now. So as you grow, there's more and more things that you have to take care of. So you kind of do need a team because it's impossible to do all by yourself.
I mean, starting off, you could do everything on your own, but the bigger you grow, you're technically your own representative, your own everything. You're doing everything on your own, so it helps to have someone to help you out, do your backgrounds here and there. So
The cool thing that I'm starting to learn is that, another reason why I wanted to hire people is I realized that my skill set was a little limited, and what I'm learning is that having more people help me out with the animations, I'm starting to learn a lot more about animation itself, like different camera angles, how to make walk cycles, which is the hardest thing in the freaking world, and all this stuff. So I mean, it just helps learn.
Yeah, when you work with people, you learn so much because everyone has a different strength.
Yeah, exactly.
so we only have a couple minutes left. Is there anything that you guys want to say to the audience? Any new collaborations, new videos, anything?
I'd like to apologize for swearing, and that's it.
What was the question?
Is there anything that you'd like to say to the audience in the last couple minutes here?
Oh, okay. What's up? That's great.
thank you guys for coming. You guys are amazing. We didn't really expect this many people to come, so this is blowing our minds right now.
Did you guys have a good time?
Sweet.
All right, so we have a little bit of time for another question. Valeria asks, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
Super speed. Super speed is way OP, and the reason being is because you can go say if you're like the Flash, you can go the speed of light, and going the speed of light, if not faster, the Speed Force. Learn about it. It's really great. But going the speed of light, I mean you can do.
I love how
anything.
excited
You
you are.
finally woke
I've
up.
thought about this a lot. I mean, flying's
I
cool,
feel like
whatever,
his superpower just got activated.
flying's great, but who needs flying when you can run fast?
I'd like
Not
to be able to.
teleporting.
That's super speed is basically teleporting. But anyways, who else wants to talk?
I'd like to be able to travel through time without farting. That would
Yeah,
be my
exactly.
super.
Without the farting.
I mean, teleporting is pretty cool. Running is physical activity, so you know, I'm just gonna teleport places.
Yeah, I got the same idea as them, because like I live in NYC, so like there's like a lot of transportation costs. Like I don't want to pay $2.75 for like the bus fee because I'm really cheap. And there's also like a lot of.
I just love the
Yeah.
idea that we're on this huge stage, and everyone's like, "I want to be like them," and you're like, "I don't want to pay $2.75 for the bus."
It was mad expensive.
This is that was
It's
awesome.
in my Asian blood, man. I can't do it.